Your thoughts on the comments made by incoming BSP Governor Felipe Medalla on Friday? He did tell Bloomberg that he doesn't really need to see, he doesn't see the need to prop up the slumping peso, and that they are letting the market determine the peso's value against the dollar here. Your thoughts on that? Up to what extent should at least the BSP just let this be, and when should they intervene or step
Yes,
in?
I totally agree. No, there are two things. Number one, our problem is so much different with the problem of America and other developed countries. Our problem is basically we're affected by the oil situation, but the rest of our economy is doing well. We have performed 8.3% in the first quarter, and because of the election spending, we are bound to have a second quarter stronger growth again, and the bare months, third and the fourth quarter will bring us additional growth for our economy. So basically, the motivation for increasing our policy rate is rather different. No, so our motivation, or the motivation of the BSP, is more of a demand driven motivation. It's because we are growing as different from the problem of America, because they are now experiencing too much demand that their economy can no longer support that too much demand. For us, we are just beginning to recover, and we have so much unutilized capacity, and therefore this is not a case of a too much overheating of our economy that needs so much increase in policy rate. No, so I think it's just a perception game. Just a precautionary increase in the policy rate on the side of our BSP, because what we need here is to support our recovery story more than controlling our inflation, because I think the oil prices will sort it out for itself. No, so as we've seen, I think we are slowing down the increase in the price of oil, because we are already forecasting as a recession for the global economy, for the U.S. economy, and therefore the oil prices will plateau and probably drop because of that slower demand. And we anticipate, we are praying that the price of oil will go down faster than what we forecast, and then that will serve additional supply of growth for our economy.
Sir, the peso weakness, or some might even say that it's really just because of dollar strength, because of the Fed hiking rates faster than expected, maybe another 75 basis point hike there. But some are saying that that will normalize, and they've also said that. Is, to your view, what is causing dollar strength apart from just the Fed rate hikes? You already mentioned the demand side driven issue there, but to the extent that these Fed rate hikes start to normalize, maybe after another meeting, will that taper off and make emerging market currencies stronger?
Well, if we take it simply from the point of view of demand and supply of dollars, no, so because dollar is just like a bread that you buy with pesos, no, so who's buying and who's selling the dollars? No, as far as who's buying the dollars, most likely our business community who are experiencing a recovery from their businesses. So most of them, a lot of them, are actually importing the raw materials, and so you are buying more dollars to import your raw materials, and that is putting a lot of demand pressure for the peso depreciation. Then second is the interest rate differential from the interest rate or the policy rate of the US and in the Philippines. So you have that 50 basis points differential in the increase, and so therefore that's attractive for dollar investors. And so both foreigners here who are going back to America, and some domestic investors here who would like to take advantage of that interest rate differential, so would be buying more dollars and putting it to the United States. Now, moving forward, no, that's a short-term strategy for investors. But moving forward, as they make money out of that interest rate differential, the next question is which one will provide them a long-term profit strategy. So would that be supplied by that interest rate differential, or would that be supplied by the differential in the economic growth between the Philippines and the United States? So I must say, and we are Filipinos here, so I am optimistically forecasting that we will have much more prospects for our businesses and foreign and domestic investors as far as the differential in economic growth is concerned. And so towards the next few quarters, this money will go back to the Philippines and provide that stabilization that you are talking about, Doc Danny.